Hello friends, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm back here in Genshin Impact because we're going to be doing a fun little challenge today, and that is going to be rebuilding my first ever Genshin Impact main, Razor. Now I'm sure a lot of you have probably had your early game Razor main phases, as I did as well. I used him for so long in the early game. And a lot into the mid-game as well, up until AR 50, 55, and then one day, he suddenly just stopped appearing in my team comps, and I unfortunately decided to abandon him. But he is still sitting in my inventory with no artifacts, no weapon, but he is still at level 80 and his talents are slightly leveled, which means he still is pretty usable. Today, I pretty much wanted to kind of just test our limits with him and see how much damage we could achieve. And for this video, I do not plan on going out and farming an entirely new set of artifacts because I am pretty sure that a 4-piece Pale Flame set works pretty good for Razor, so we are going to be using that. Now for his weapon, I thought pretty hard about this. I am still sort of considering between using Skyward Pride, which I got in the previous video, and if you didn't watch it, I do recommend you go and watch it. I could either use that, which is not leveled and the domain is not open today, or I could just use the Blackcliff Slasher, which gives some crit damage. The only other reason why I kind of wanted to use Skyward Pride is because it says
increases all elements damage by 8%, and after using an elemental burst, a vacuum blade that does 80% of attack as damage to opponents along its path will be created.
Which is really cool because if you didn't know about Razor, once he enters his burst mode, he does both electro and physical damage, which is pretty cool, and I think that would probably be pretty useful for him. Now for the artifacts, I'm pretty much just going to be stealing them all from my Eula and some from my Fischl, because they all have pretty good artifacts and I like them a lot. Now, I do not know what Razor's Ascension stat is, but I'm hoping it is like something like electro damage bonus or physical damage bonus or something like that, which would help out a lot with this build. Now, for when we go out to test Razor, of course, I do want to do an Electro build and a physical build because I do know that he is mostly predominantly used as a physical DPS unit, but I do kind of want to test our limits as I said earlier, which I think will be pretty fun. So here are the 4 artifacts, and with the weapon combined to create a grand total of 62.5% crit rate to 193.5% crit damage, which is really impressive for a Razor in my opinion. I think it looks really good. His attack is a little bit low, but I think that's kind of granted with the shop weapons. Now I do not know how much attack this Skyward Pride will have once it is finished being leveled, but I think it is probably going to be more than this one. For his talents, I would say they are pretty well leveled, but I do want to get this one up a little bit more depending on what books he needs, which is these ones, and I can just craft some more of them because I do have a few on hand, so let's go do that really quick. Now, a reason why I probably used Razor for so long in the early game is because of how simple his kit is, really. It's mostly just doing physical damage and doing electro damage. It doesn't really scale with anything. So I think that 6, 7, 9 is pretty good. I don't think I have C6, do I? No, I have C5. Now, of course, as an early game Razor main, I would have loved to have C6 Razor when I still used him, but unfortunately I don't, because Razor hasn't really been appearing on many event banners at all recently, which is kind of sad. But, you know, maybe he will come back and have a debut somewhere else. And also, for the Electro build, I do just plan on taking some of Lisa's artifacts, because as you can see, she's the only character that I have that is running Thundering Fury, because I don't really use Electro characters, besides Fischl, who has like a Pale Flame set that's kind of discombobulated right now, but we don't need to worry about that. But now, all that is left to do is develop a team comp and get testing, so let's go. For the physical team, you guessed it, we are going to be using my Eula team, except switching out Razor. Wait, what? Except switching out Eula with Razor, so let's go test this out. And actually, now that I think about it, because Razor is Electro and we can constantly be triggering Superconduct with his burst, we can switch out Fischl for somebody like Bennett so that we can get a nice attack boost. Okay, here we go. Testy test time. Whoa, 17k? Damn! 22k E! 18k. I saw 18k. I saw 18k. Holy crap. Now, that went way better than I thought it would. I thought he would be hitting some measly 8-9ks, but no, he did 18, 17, 16k, which was so cool. I thought that was amazing. And even with a full physical build, he did 22k with his E! I cannot wait to try out the Electro Build next, so let's get back into Hellhole and try the Electro Build. Okay, so I changed my mind about fighting Raiden. Instead, I want to fight something else, but this time for the team comp, I have Mona, Bennett, and Xingqiu, so hopefully we can do some pretty good Electro reactions. I think another fun team we can try after this is a Dendro reaction related team for like, aggravate type things. So let's do this first on something, and then we will do an aggravate test. Alrighty, let's try this out. Damn, 30k! That was cool. 15k. 25k with no buffs that time. Wow, that was really good. I'm super impressed with that. I am pretty impressed with those results. I thought that turned out pretty good. I am not surprised that he did more electro damage than he did physical damage, obviously because the build itself was electro oriented, but I think that still was pretty good. Now, let's move on to the aggravate Dendro-y comp. Okay, so for the aggravate team comp, I'm going to be using Lisa, Razor, Tignari, and Dendro Traveler. So let's test it out. Let's go. Whoa. Holy. Okay, that's a lot of things happening. Okay, I didn't do it all the way in enough time, but I still think that was pretty cool. I guess though that does bring us to the end of this fun little Razor video. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already, and I want to say thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. I will be doing a Q&A, so make sure to check my community tab and leave any questions that you may have. And that is all from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye friends! Bye, come.